Hello there, everybody. Andy here at our Mayfair location, where we have just received our store copy of Descent Legends in the Dark, which, by the looks of it, might be the largest game we've ever carried on our shelves. It's a standalone game. It's coming out next week, and it's in the spirit of the older version of Descent Journeys in the Dark. We're going to be dungeon delving, playing as characters, carrying those characters over across adventures and encounters. This one is fully cooperative, and the enemies and encounters and all the bad stuff that's going to happen to you in those dungeons is run by an app. So there is a free downloadable app, as is the case with many of these larger box kind of adventure games these days. It's going to be available next Friday on August 6th, but it is available for pre-order now. So if you want to claim a copy after you see all the good stuff inside, feel free. Alright, so let's jump right on in here. The first thing that I want to show you is some scale here. So actually, I brought a copy of Catan out. By my estimation, you could probably fit 3 Catans in this box. It is immense. So there's our little scale. The other really cool thing is, as it comes and as it arrives, it's got this cool, like, interior scenery going on. We'll see what that's about in a second. It's not clear to me yet whether or not that is intended to remain to be the way that the box closes, or if that is an insert that's going to get taken out. Alright, opening the lid. Rulebooks. Seems about right. There's a learn to play here, decently thick. About 30 pages of learn to play here. I believe that's going to start you out with some basics about getting the app downloaded, and how the game's going to play, how running your characters works, all that good stuff. A lore guide. Good to have a lore guide. A little bit like a comic book, but more text. Oh, and some interesting info about the races and probably the characters you're playing. Looks awesome. Assembly. I do know there are some cardboard inserts for 3D terrain and stuff that'll be present in these scenarios in this. So we'll get to that as we go. And then one mini that needs a little bit of assembly there, it looks like. And continue your adventure in the realms of Terrinoth, why not? With a giant box of awesome miniatures. Play some Genesis RPG while you're at it. Okay, true to form, Descent has lots of minis. That is one of the coolest things about Descent. So here are the minis. It looks like the heroes are in gray and all the enemies you'll be fighting are in this super detailed tan minis. We've got many repeats in there for when you've got encounters of the same type of enemies, and then a few one-offs for bosses probably, and the like. Here's our previously seen some assembly required fellow. And then our heroes themselves. I myself would want to be painting all of these over the course of probably a year, so that's a particular draw for me. But even just in the tan and gray, they are really cool looking. I think we're almost to the bottom of this upper insert here. This is the hefty brick of cardboard terrain. Looks like we got about 12 sheets of cardboard there. You can see that's that kind of gateway we saw that would need some assembly. So tons of these cardboard terrain blocks. And underneath that, all the rest of the goodies. Some preloaded sleeves for you there. We've got item cards, it looks like, a pack of those. I'll actually pull out the character cards here. More items. This, I believe, is skills for each of the characters, and then some, like, afflictions that can befall you. So we've got skills for each individual character, and then you can become overly cautious, slowed. These are minor afflictions, and then things like iron flesh or distraught, overwhelmed are some of the major afflictions you'd run into. Alright, the big character cards. We've got Bryn, the Avenger, Barracks, the Dragon Hybrid Outcast, Chance, the Herinx Rogue, Cyrus, the human prodigy. Kaylee, the dwarf artificer. Galadin, the elf huntsman. Oh, and then some definitely not characters, but some extra terrain tile types and traps, it looks like. Last down in here, some tokens, the use of which I don't actually know. Looks like it could be for marking which character colors people are playing or monster colors, something in that realm. And of course, dice, because every game needs dice. Beyond that, we have reached the bottom of this insert. And I think that might be everything. But the box itself, this removes and has a deeper layer within. I could see in theory not needing this big one depending on how everything fits back in. But with all the minis, I'm actually kind of hyped on the idea of just keeping the insert. Like, this is really cool looking, and the fact that it kind of shows that almost lore element down each side makes it seem like it's not something you'd want to throw away. I sure wouldn't. What else? The copies we currently have in the stores also come with promos. So it looks like we've got exclusive weapon art, separate promos for various characters. So if you like exclusive art like I do, those look really great. And then some premium health dials, where I believe there are health dials in among all the cardboard bricks there that require a little bit of your classic health dial assembly. These are like acrylic dials, plastic of some sort, that are pre-built and have that great art on them. So those look sweet. And then the last one I have not opened yet, as it's going to go to whoever purchases one of our copies, but there is a Hybrid Centurion promo figure in here, which will be an add-on figure for anyone who grabs the copies of our games at the moment. Dante, this is not a reboot. This is a standalone in the same spirit as the Journeys of the Dark. So this is going to be a standalone game you can pick up and have new content kind of as a add-on to the same world and lore as Journeys in the Dark, but is going to be its own thing. So, and it's app-driven, as I said at the beginning. So, fully cooperative. All the monsters are run through an app, and all the encounters get built through the app and just tell you where to put the terrain and how to fight your way through. So, I believe that is everything I have to show you today. We're going to start trying to do more of these. We have a big stack of really cool games over here. Like Forgotten Waters just came in, and Obscurio, and Nemesis, which I am really excited to pull open. Not brand new the way that this one is, but we'd really like to do some unboxings for those and stuff. So, yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, Ryan and Walter. Awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I'm going to hit the stop button on this. This is available Friday the 6th, as I said. Pre-orders are open in the online store now, though, if you want one giant box of minis and heroes. So, thanks for tuning in. Post this to the feed as well, so you can watch back through if you wanted to get a second look at any of those minis or anything. Thanks all. Have a great day.